My name is Glen Duncan. I'm the head of data center research for JLL, APAC. I'm based in Singapore. The topic of today's fireside chat is data center investment in Southeast Asia. I'm here with Danish Nayar from DAMAC Group. Hello, Danish. How are you?
Hi, Glenn. Thank you.
Just if you could just introduce yourself to us and just what your role is within DAMAC. And that'd be great.
So I'm part of DAMAC Capital, and I'm the Senior Vice President for Investments, and parallelly spearheading the strategy for APAC for data center business, which is one of our vertical as a DAMAC Group.
And so what have you been doing around EDGNEX Data Centres sort of in the last year or so?
So Glenn, we have been in the market for about a year now, so about 12, 13 months, and I have been sniffing the right set of opportunities. We find that Southeast Asia is one of the buoyant market and much forward-looking market where we can really step in, beside the Middle East market where we are already in terms of EDGNEX. And there we are looking for setting up a data center in Southeast Asia.
Right. And who is DAMAC Group? It might be a company that's not so familiar with folks from APAC.
Sure. Means we are based out of Dubai. And in Dubai, we are a household name because our primary business is real estate development. And we are 40-year-old as a group. And as a group, our flagship business is real estate development. Mm-hmm. About 2 years back, we have ventured out in the data center business with an EDGNEX Data Centres by DAMAC. Beside this, we have a couple of other businesses which are in fashion and international real estate, hospitality, etc.
Right, so it's a multi-line business. So who was the founder? I think you mentioned it was founded 40 years ago. Yeah. Who was the founder?
So the founder for the DAMAC Group is Mr. Hussain Sajwani. He's the chairman for the group and taking it stride by stride.
Right. So you mentioned that you have activities around data center in the Middle East. So what's been going on around data centers for you in Middle East and also in APAC?
Sure. In Middle East, we are already in development phase for Saudi Arabia. We are doing 2 data centers over there, one in Dammam, one in Riyadh. We are about to switch on the lights, say, in the next 30 to 45 days over there. They're going to be collectively about 55 megawatt and about 22 and 33 megawatt each. So Dammam is going to be 33, Riyadh is going to be 22. And we have also partnered with Vodafone in Turkey, where we are building the first purpose-built data centers in Izmir with them, which will be about 6 to 8 megawatts. Beside that, also, we're looking to expand further in Turkey and further in Middle East. We are looking for UAE as an expansion in Abu Dhabi, followed by Qatar, but that still in works.
Right. And in APAC, what
in APAC, our strategy is very much about the 6 key nations. The thesis is it's about 600 odd million people with about $3 trillion economy, excellent demographics, which are young, so growing, vibrant, and looking to be accepted towards the governments that have been initiated here. This makes it as one of the perfect spot, for us to be here, and we are looking quite actively.
Right. So these are some of the indicators that you've been looking at in terms of your investment decisions. Are there any other things that you look at in either the Middle East or the APAC markets sort of around those decisions that are sort of aiding you? Or is it more about population density and government sort of support?
No, as a group, our philosophy is always to be more nimble and more opportunistic into it. From an opportunity, we decided about, Mr. Sajwani took this vision of building data centers and be part of this, as we foresee this as another 10 to 15 year of great opportunity given how digitalization is growing. And, there was a saying of data is the new oil. And now you all can really feel it because without data, things don't move.
Yep.
Hence, this is the pivot that we have taken. Beside, there are the demographics and other digital penetration is very key. Yep. For us to make a decision in which markets to enter or not, but we foresee data center as a much long-term business.
Sure. And so where do you see the opportunities are in APAC overall and maybe even Southeast Asia? Where's the growth?
We are about to announce our entry into Jakarta market. Okay, it will be a city center play that we are doing, and it will be about 15 megawatts data center, which will be based on Gatot Subroto MT Haryana micro market, so about 3 kilometers from the internet exchange. It will be on the highway of fiber, so it gives us a good opportunity to cater to the customers. And simultaneously, we are working on a few other markets, and we hope to announce soon.
Sure. Can you share with us any of the other investment sort of plans that you have in Southeast Asia or APAC at this stage? Can we expect more investments from
All I can say is you will hear soon.
Okay. Just on your Jakarta investment, anything that you could share with us about the customers that you've been talking to, the industries that they're part of, or any sort of announcements around that?
Sure. We are definitely in active discussion with the customers, and the thesis is, the way we are going is, we're looking for regional CSPs, CDN players, all them to be our customers, and we are in active discussion beside the SIs who we all keep targeting. And we are also looking and trying to work out. In fact, our team is really looking for a situation where we can actually cater to the AI demand that is growing exponentially now in the market. And Southeast Asia happened to be a good hotbed for them because of not only the lower power charges, which is key, but this excellent incubation of startups that's happening, and that gives them a lot of leverage to be here. So we are working on all those sections.
Sure. You mentioned that your data center is located on the fiber on the highway, and it's sort of particular sort of strategic sort of play. Do you think that will make it attractive to these customers that you're
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is one of the things we want to deliver, one of the finest in quality and great in connectivity data centers to our customers.
Yep.
That is the key. In today's world, connectivity followed by the right price of power and an excellent level of security and product is what people are looking. And we want to be in a critical infrastructure business. Yep. Being very nimble on what we offer to the customers stays best, and rest is so it serves their business well.
Sure. And so DAMAC is an interesting company. You mentioned that you've got these different business lines, and I was just wondering if you saw any sort of adjacencies in those other business lines and data centers. What's in DAMAC's DNA, or what's its special sauce that it can bring to the data center construction?
See, for us, as I mentioned, our flagship business is real estate development. So which do take care as far as about the site and site selection, followed by the development expertise is catered. And if we add into all this the operating capabilities of a data center, that makes us as an A to Z kind of a player, which comes with all the ingredients and be a one-stop shop for our customers.
Right. So, DAMAC's come out of sort of the Middle East region, and a lot of folks probably watching this fireside chat are from APAC, but certainly very interested in the Middle East. Are there any sort of insights around the Middle East that you could share? Do you have any comments or insights or around investments in the data center market there that you could share?
Today, Middle East is actually one of the most attractive locations. I'm sure people, whoever are watching, are also looking at the news that Middle East, particularly UAE and Saudi Arabia, both the countries are making, and how they are being most lucrative places on the planet, with all the new projects that are coming up. Dubai has been an exception on its own, always, but with the current wave, it's making more strides, both from tourism to real estate development to becoming a big incubator hub for the startups, which effectively works out that there is a more data center demand. And also from a cable perspective now, it is becoming so-called an epicenter of many cables that are now passing through Middle East, making this as one of the well-connected hub, if not the most connected hub.
Sure. So there's a real connectivity play. What do you think about the links or the relationships between the Middle East and APAC? Is there a sort of a nexus there, or something going on between the two regions that's important?
The one I can say is that definitely there are cultural ties. Beside this, we also foresee now a lot of investment, from Middle East that's really getting into the Southeast Asian economies, particularly in the startups and the AI space, which is getting it robust, which also helps, a migration of people, migration of businesses, and it has a cascading impact on a lot of other things, including the data center, what we see as the businesses, because today all the businesses want to operate at a cloud, and they all have their own dominance in their hub markets, which makes this as a unique proposition for us.
And, the investments in the Middle East and APAC, are the countries that have been selected by DAMAC sort of linked to, what's attractive to your clients in the Middle East?
We are not only looking at what is attractive to the clients of Middle East, but on its own, the business has to make sense, and on its own, the markets have to make sense. That's how we foresee or evaluate any venture.
Yep.
We are a commercial-driven organization, so for us, the business has to make sense. And of course, we do see that where the cross-leverage of the customers and the markets can play its role.
Thank you. Just wondering, did you have any other sort of comments or thoughts on anything that we've talked about today, any of the themes? Is DAMAC Group open to collaboration and partnerships with other companies within the region?
Sure. Means we are always open for the ideas of collaboration and partnership. Means just as I mentioned, we have partnered with Vodafone in Turkey. That gives us a good headway and runway in the Turkish market. It's a joint venture which is great value to us. And in Southeast Asia, means we are not looking to take our eyes off if there is something which is a win-win situation for us, and which is too good for a business.
Thank you very much for joining me for this fireside chat, and thank you for sharing with me what DAMAC Group's doing in the Middle East and Asia.
Thanks for having me, Glenn. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.